and welcome back to another podcast with me, Kris. This is the latest episode of my lockdown podcast for 2020, as I document with as many people as I possibly can what is going on in different people's lives and how they are finding the lockdown and this outbreak and everything else, and what people are doing to keep spreading positivity and keep spreading love and peace and putting smiles back on people's faces. Coming up on today's episode, I mentioned the other day a friend of mine who I've not seen for a long time, and just what he's doing to raise some funds and put some good spirit back in his community and help people who are in need. That is, of course, Zac Calcut. He is a DJ in Rochdale and Manchester area, and I'm going to be having a chat with him, actually. I've managed to get him onto my podcast and take a bit of time out of his very busy schedule because, believe you me, what has happened to Zac overnight, it has just exploded for him. He's done this one thing and it is just overnight rocketed and exploded. And so he's managed to get a little bit of time just to have a chat with me. So Zac will be joining me, well, next really. And I think it's something really special. This has to be documented because what he's done is remarkable. He's raised over £16,000 to go towards putting together care packages for the elderly and the vulnerable in his community where he lives. £16,000. And you know what? It is still going. So today is April Fool's. It is April the 1st, but I promise you this is no April Fool's. This fund opened on Saturday just gone, and it's closing on midnight on this coming Saturday. So it would have had 7 days at this. And it is still increasing. So the target now is £20,000. So do go and support. Do go and give what you can to support this wonderful cause. And let's just help those people in need who are not able to go to the local shop themselves. Get some essential supplies so they can get through this. And also just give them a little bit of confidence back that people are there for them. They're not on their own. They might be isolated on their own, but they are definitely not on their own. People do care and people will help. And together we will do it. And together we will beat the coronavirus. Anyway, let's not get too much into the political side of stuff. Don't get me on my soapbox because I will not get down. I'll be here all day and I'll be bellowing from the rooftops. Right, let's bring on Zac. Let's get down to business. So, hello, Zac. Thank you very much for joining me today on your very busy schedule. I know things have exploded for you. You've just done something quite remarkable. You've just done a 24-hour live on Facebook, live lockdown DJ set. Just tell us a little bit about why you've done that and what were your reasons for doing it?
Well, Kris, basically, the local community was going out looking for some help and support for care packages for the elderly and vulnerable in the local area. And this is basically people who can't get out of the houses, the elderly, who have not got family around, who basically can't leave the house, and things like supplies. So these supplies are things like, your typical things we take for granted, like your toilet rolls, your tea, coffee, biscuits, pasta, rice, tins, even things like puzzle books, just keep them a bit occupied. And they put a post out saying they need a little bit of support, just because they don't know how long this is going to go on for. So they've obviously received some packages already, but it's not really enough because we don't know where, a bag of pasta can last a week, but this could be on for 6 weeks.
That's it. Nobody knows, do they?
Nobody knows. So they said we need some support for it. So I thought, well, how can I get involved with it? How can I do that? So I spoke to the lady who was running it. I said, look, I want to get involved with a bit of fundraising. How can I get involved? And I thought, well, I can do some of this DJing I've been doing. I started doing a little bit of DJing online a few weeks back, and it sort of snowballed, picked up a little bit. And I thought, well, let's challenge myself here. How can I do this and do it for a positive, which it is anyway, because a lot of people say it's a good thing, but then raise some cash to put towards this cause. What then happened was I had a sit down and I thought, well, let's challenge myself. Let's like a 5-hour set. No, actually, let's do 12 hours. I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to go and try and do 24 hours streaming live on Facebook Live, doing a DJ set for 24 hours. I started it from Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
right through to Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. The reason I did that is because because it's Saturday, everyone was sort of at home anyway. Plus, it got in that Saturday night party atmosphere where everyone could come and join in.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, and everyone was sort of still up and having a good time, and it just took off. I intended, I was looking at sort of raising a couple of £100, maybe £1,000 max, just to try and give something back, really, and have a little bit of fun and do something. But it just blew up.
Wow. So how many people actually watched on Saturday night?
Well, from the initial starting point, from Saturday morning right through to Sunday morning, I got in 60,400 people.
Wow.
Who tuned in.
That is impressive. I mean, that's arena level of numbers, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, what is it? Manchester Arena. What's that? Is that 40,000, 30,000, something like that? 20,000 maybe?
Something. So you've done 2 sellout arenas, Zach. You've technically 2 sellout arenas.
Yeah. Well, Old Trafford is 70,000. So I think I've sold out the whole home stand of Old Trafford. I think that's the way to look at it. So yeah, that's good. That's good going. That is.
Brill. Now, 24 hours, that's a full day. You know, the normal person in that time, they will go to bed, get up, and probably even fit in a day's work. And what you've done is you've just had a 24-hour party. That is impressive in itself, but it's a big challenge. It's a big ask. Now, when you look at some tasks, things like for myself, for example, like if I start something which I know is going to be long and difficult as such, like defrosting the freezer or cleaning the oven, you get to a point of it and you start it and you're all eager to go, and then you get to a point and you think, God, I wish I'd never started this. At any point in that 24 hours, did you get to that point thinking, I wish I'd never have started this?
Do you know what? I didn't, and I thought I would, and I thought I'm going to get into 10 o'clock in the morning was fine because everyone was joining in, coming to see what's going on. Got to, obviously, up until tea time was good. The night time just booted off. I was excited about that. But all I kept doing with the donations coming in, I just kept looking at the total amount raised so far.
Yeah.
And it was going up and up and up, and all I kept doing was looking at that and thinking, you know what, that's more in the pot. That's more people who are helping. That's more people who are getting this. If it had stuck at sort of £200 all day,
yeah,
I'd have been like, that's great. It's better. It's so good. But then it just started going up.
So that was kind of your driving force to keep on going as such. Just seeing that target keep going and going and going. I mean, currently, is it around about £16,000 so far?
At the minute, it's sat at £16,335 as it stands.
Remarkable. That actually. That's a lot of money, and that is, just £16,000 to help people in a community through this time. That's impressive. It really is.
Yeah. Well, what I did, I initially thought, well, I'll keep this. I'll close it on a Sunday morning. But so many people are saying, look, I'll miss this out. We can get 20. We can hit 20. And I said, well, it's sort of at 16 now. We're kind of finished. And they said, well, if you're going to be doing this every single night, keep the pot going, and let's go right through till next Sunday. I mean, I'm not going right through 7 days playing live 7 days, but I'm jumping on live every night, still asking for donations, still getting those involved. And Sunday evening, this Sunday at midnight, we'll be closing the page, the fundraising side of it, and
right.
to totting up what it is, and then dispersing them out and getting these care package out to people.
Brill. It really is. It really is impressive. It really, and just the fact that even after that one day, you're still doing it every night. I mean, I know last night you went on and I came on for a bit and watched, and it was just like being out in a club. I'm not going to lie. I turned my lights off. I turned speakers up full. My room was shaking. It was ace. It was just like, yes, I can't actually go out, but I can do this, and I can still technically sort of go out and have fun. I mean, you've had people sending videos to your page of having you on the big screen in their living room.
Yeah, well, it's everyone was sort of plugging into the TVs and having me on all day. on a Saturday on the 24-hour, we had kids making posters, support, like, like the marathon runners and the start holding stand up saying, "Come on, Zach, you can do it. Come on, Zach, let's do
Brilliant.
it." And the kids were taking pictures by the TVs. I got a message last night from this is where it gets really sort of touching my heart. There was a care home for young men with mental health.
Right.
And the lady who runs that just messaged me and said, "Zach, what time are you going on today?" All it is, I don't know if I want to tell you, but I run a care home. There's 15 young guys in here who all suffer from mental health, and they're so excited to see you every single night.
Wow.
So what we've done, we've got you on a projector, and we're basically put a buffet on. We've got lights going, and we're basically having a party, just a lockdown live party.
Brilliant.
But the fact that it's got into like a mental health institution place, and they're enjoying it, and the people, it's not just people at home who are just having a few drinks and a DJ for a party excuse to have a dance. It's kids are involved. There's hospitals involved. There's care homes involved. It's just gone ballistic. With the show that I'm doing, I'm spreading a bit of a message. It's a song of mine. I'll touch on that in a second. About peace and love. I think we only did a bit of that in its time. So yeah, peace and love is what we're spreading, and everyone is just loving it and saying, Zach, you're a hero. I'm like, I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just doing something I think is good.
It is very good. It's very good, and it's not just helping the people at the end when they get their care packages. You're actually helping people who are stuck inside in lockdown, be it at home or be it in nursing homes or care homes, and you're bringing joy and smiles to everybody's faces and doing things to help them through this. It's helping people not in a financial way as well.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been coming back to me, all the people who are viewing, saying you've absolutely just changed this whole lockdown. You make it so bearable for us all. Every night we just look forward to getting tuned into you. It's just bonkers. I mean, the amount of feedback I've got, and that's what's keeping me going. The feedback I've got of this has been phenomenal, from local people, from businesses, from everywhere, all over the world. I mean, it was streamed across the globe, but more people talking about me and what I'm doing in this movie. It's like a movement we're doing. We are changing lives, and that's where I'm starting to feel like I'm actually doing something good here. It's not just all about me. I'm doing something good for the people, excuse me, for the people at the end, but also for the people while they're tuned in, because they're just getting through their lockdown time.
That's it, because it's not just being a local thing. You're doing this for your local community, but with the powers of Facebook and social media, this has actually gone worldwide.
Yeah.
So you've had people from around the world. I mean, the fact you've done it in 24 hours, that puts people's time zones in different things. So everybody who's tuned in, they've all got, at some point in that time, they've got the nightlife experience.
Exactly, yeah. And it's not just that either. It's people who have messaged me and said, look, I've suffered from mental health. I'm insecure. It's anxiety. I want to get involved with something on the camera, but I've just seen you doing this, and I've now started my own channel. It's gone online. It's gone. Where did we go? Australia. I'm saying good evening, everybody, and it's like, good morning from Australia.
We're just having our breakfast, Zach.
Yeah, and that was it. And then when it 24 hours, it was great, because no matter where in the world you was, you could tune in and get a party no matter what time of day it was. So I had Australia, I had New Zealand, I had Czech Republic, I had America. We're getting to South Beach and Miami. That was being played over there. We then got, this is a good one, a message through saying, we're on lockdown, we are tuned into lockdown at a beach bar in Sri Lanka, right? And now there's people who sat outside. We've got you plugged into the iPad, and you are playing across the beach bar, across the beach, and everyone's dancing to you and everyone's loving it. And I was like, wow, I am literally sat in my little makeshift home studio back room, playing tunes, and it's going out to 60,000 people. But not just that, there's people actually in a venue
exactly
dancing.
That 60,000 is only 60,000 single views. There's other people in that as well. So wow.
There's people. There was one that bar there, one person viewing, but there may have been 50 people in the bar. So it was like, what is the actual, how many people has this reached? Which really opened my eyes to thinking, you know, and it's so good that everyone who I speak to is saying, you know, social media has got such a battering for being such a bad thing and a dark place, and it's bad for online bullying and for, you know, all these sort of things, and it's just using this tool for such an amazing cause, but to reach out to his people, to play for these people, and just, it's a community now. People come in and don't even, they just turn the music down and sit on the comments and have a chat around and talk to each other. Yeah, it's good for me as well, because I'm isolating. I'm inside. I can't go anywhere. So because I am stuck inside, I'm talking to, like I said, I'm talking to you now. I'm talking to, you know, every night I'm speaking to sort of 300-400 people. Just, and that's my communication. It's keeping me, you know, sane. We've not scratching the walls. I mean, I'm not going out anywhere. I can't go out anywhere. So it's keeping me active, giving me that communication with people, and they're loving it as well because they're having a chat, and so many things have come from this. I've got so much. It's crazy.
So Zac, just a little question, more kind of like for my own inquisitiveness, if that's even a word. But like during the 24 hours, like what did you do to keep yourself awake?
Well, I started at 10. I tried to not lie, but I was pretty excited to get on.
I can well imagine, yeah, like excited, like adrenaline pumping, raring to go and everything.
I was a bit anxious of what would I be sat here on my own. You know, with two viewers, one being my mum, one being my dad, you know, at that time. But to keep myself going, the local businesses got involved. There's a local place to me. It's called the Fairview, and they, obviously with it being a pub / restaurant, carvery place, with this lockdown thing going on, they've had to shut their doors. But they've actually opened on like on the Just Eat, the delivery food service thing.
Oh, right.
So they're now delivering full English breakfast, they're delivering carveries. Carvery dinners. So evening time, they came down, just like knocked to the back on the back garden, waved at me and said, "There's a carvery there for you on the doorstep." I had businesses sending down pizzas for me. I had a box of beers dropped off from the local shop. People bringing, so it's people that just bringing them supply, you know, not supplies for me, but just sort of, well done, you're doing a good job, keep going. I was getting curries delivered from a company called Beehive Contractors who were dropping a curry off. They said, like, well, here's the address. They rang up, ordered me a curry, sent it to my house.
Wow.
Pizzas delivered. What else did we have? We had cash donations in. It was just, but that's what kept me going. With kind of the sleep side of thing, it got to the hardest hour, the hardest part was around about 3 till say 4:30, 5 o'clock. There was still people in. There's about 25 people in at that time, which is still it's a good number, you know.
Yeah, it is good.
When I first started, the first week I was doing it, that was sort of my peak number of people in. So I was excited to have people in. But that time of morning, but what I did, I thought I need to have a sit down. And I sit down, I was resting my head on my hands, and I thought I'll just rest my eyes for a second.
Oh, fatal.
And it was about a minute, and I just like woke up and said, "No, come on." Went and got a coffee. Had a few energy sweets, and then I was awake then. About 6 o'clock in the evening, I did run off. I said, "Like, look, guys, I'm going to come back in a second." I run into my bathroom, had a quick shower, freshened up.
Yes.
Just kind of like when you go on holiday, you know, you're out all day, you go back to the room, you go back, have a shower, get changed, and then back out. So I had a quick shower, a cold shower, freshen myself up. I was then wringing my jumper under a cold tap. I put on a freezing cold jumper to shock the body, to wake it up.
Wow.
And it worked. And you know what? And it got to about 5 o'clock. People started to come back in. And then it dripped up and up and up, and then it was like, right, you're back in the room now, you know, and you're back into it. So it was just that little bit where it was dark outside. I was like, oh, well, I'm tired now. My voice went, my You know, my back was aching, my legs was absolutely aching. People are like, oh, just have a sit down. And if you're a real DJ, you don't sit down. And I've never, all the gigs I've done, I've never once sat down. No matter if it's a christening or if it's a wedding, no matter what, if there's food being served, I never sit down. I'm always on my feet. So I refuse to sit down. But I kept going. But yeah, the food kept me going, the coffee kept me going. And then when it got to the last sort of 2 hours, when people started to come back in, the funds coming in just shot up. And I mean, I was sat at about 10,500 through the night, and I thought, that's it, that's amazing, that's absolutely incredible. We was then on 12,000, got to 12,000 in a space of 2 hours, and the last hour we said, come on, let's push it to 13, come on everybody, get involved, everyone come back in the room, good morning Zach, how are you doing? Well, we're here for the last hour. And in that last hour it shot up to like £15,500 in the last hour. Just everyone was just coming and saying, well done, and I cried, you know, and I was just, it was an emotional time, you know, and just
I can well imagine. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of people as well, they would have donated even more at the end, just because they know you've done it, and they think, oh, this he's actually done it, so I've given once, I'm going to give again, because the guy's got guts and he's done it well, so he's a little bit more. Yes,
that's what the local businesses were saying. I mean, I do speak to quite a lot of the supporters and sponsors, and they said, look, we was willing to give you more. We just wanted to sort of let you sweat a little bit.
yeah, of course.
Which worked, because at the end I was like, come on people, we can do this. And then straight away, last 10 minutes, it just shot up to 15. I was like, well, I said, if you can replay the video back, it's on there like to replay back. Yeah. And on there, you can just see my reaction. I'm just like looking, I'm like, people, you don't understand this. We're now on £15,000. And the strange thing is that when you sort of run a marathon, or you do these sort of lengthy things and you know, the things that you know, triathlons and things like that, at the end, at the final hurdle, or the final, what do they call it? When you the finish line.
Yes.
When you get to the finish line, there's people there cheering for you, and people was commenting saying, you're great, you're amazing, this is amazing, that. But there was nobody here. Yeah. So then when I finished and I put my headphones down and I turned everything off, I went upstairs to sort of go sleep, and I sat in the bed. I was like, what has just happened? What has just happened? I mean, and my phone was going mad. My inboxes was going crazy. People ringing me, calling me, and I said, look, can I please call you back later? I said, I'm absolutely shattered. I can't. I had people watching in Dubai. It's a family friend in Dubai who said, Zach, I'm sat here in tears. You know, you're a credit to your community. People ringing me in tears, crying, saying, you know, I watched your back, Zach, your reaction. You've done something truly, truly amazing. And people are crying as well. I'm like, this is, you know. And when I look back, I thought, was it really that hard? Will you do it again? No.
Well, that was one of my questions, but but no, you have attracted a lot of media attention, and just without going into too much and giving away like secrets and stuff, but is there anything for the future that we could be expecting to see of you?
Yes, there it is. The day after the 24-hour-a-thon, which we call it, gigathon, I got a random message off a lady from the BBC. They're running a documentary on how people are helping and doing a bit for the elderly and vulnerable, which is fit perfectly. And they said, we are going to use you in this. We need you. Can you do some video diaries? Can you basically show us what you're doing, explain a little bit about it? So I spoke to them. So the BBC are involved in that.
Wow.
The local news, the local paper, the Rochdale Online, they did a nice article. There's another 2 articles on it now. Revolution Radio got in touch yesterday. I spoke to them. They're over based in like Rochdale, Oldham, Ashton way as well. Did an interview today on the radio with them. That just drummed up so much support. Also got a interview today with BBC again on the BBC Manchester. That's a live interview. We've had it's been on TV. I don't know if you saw that, but there was a Channel 4 programme.
A Steph show.
The Steph show on Channel 4. Yeah. They contacted me and said, can we please have your number? I was like, okay, so can we use your profile picture? I was like, yeah, sorry, who is this? I said, I'm calling from the Steph Show, Channel 4. Can I give you a call? So I said, yeah, sure, you know, by all means, give me a call. They called me. When I spoke to them, they was like, we love what you're doing. We can see it. We've watched your videos. We're going to use you today at midday if you're happy to do it. We'll mention your story. We'll do a feature on you. So I was like, sign the form off, you know, consent form. It was on national TV yesterday on Channel 4. And it wasn't just like, this is Zac, he's done this. It was a really good sort of speech about it and what's going on. So that was on national TV. What else have we done? Friday, this Friday, which will be the, I don't know which day, the 3rd, I think it is. There'll be a feature, probably in your neck as well, in the Granada Reports. That's for a local ITV local thing. They're doing a feature, and I did an interview with them a few days back. They're doing that, so that I'm going to be featured on that as well on ITV. So yeah, and it's just going mental. With the Steph Show, a lot's come from that. There's another documentary they're doing, which is, again, it's also the pipeline at the moment, but I've been told that it's definitely something I'd like to do. The producer's been so. I mean, I can tell you about it because it's pretty open. It's Stacey Dooley who does all the.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
She does all of these, and she's currently making a documentary, again, of how people are getting stuck in with helping people. And obviously the producer from the Steph Show said to her, look, what about this guy? You know, and they've asked some more details. Obviously they're looking into it now. It's nothing confirmed, but that's sort of in talks at the moment to do something like that. So if that comes about, that'll be phenomenal.
So things are looking good then. You know, things are looking very positive.
Yeah, I've got lots of sponsors on board now. I had a phone call yesterday about the future after this, because again, we can't go fundraising forever. I mean, I will do some things because it definitely works. It's definitely a good tool. There's a company, and it just happens that it's a vodka. It's called Nero Premium Vodka. Okay,
right.
And they basically run events. They sponsor film premieres. They sponsor beach parties. They sponsor pool parties in Marbella. There's new films, like there'll be a new film coming out soon. It's all celebrity endorsed. I've just looked through the videos of what they do, and the star-studded events. And the CEO of that of Nero Premium Vodka has been in touch and said, Zac, great thing. I love your passion. I love what you do. They said, I love the fact you're an amazing DJ. I love, you know, can we sponsor you? I was like, yeah, just put some donations in the pot, you know, and donate it. He said, no, can we sponsor you? Can you be our DJ? So when we do our events, when we do our things away in Marbella in the summer, I just need to say to you, if you're happy to do that, you need a passport because you're going to be very, very busy.
Wow.
And that's looking after. So they're sending over, today cases of vodka to give away, T-shirts to give away, just to sort of endorse what they're doing. Brilliant. And that's, again, but they're doing it for the charity. They're putting a big lump in the charity pot for me to get that fundraising up. But they're also going to sponsor me as well, and anything that I need, they said, listen, you're on board with us. We love your passion. We love what you're doing for your community. But when this is done, when the charity side of it's done, you know, we're having you, basically.
Wow. So this really could be the start of like massive things for you.
Yeah, they've just told me a few details of who's sort of fronting. It's sort of a bit hush-hush at the minute, but they've told me a few details of who's fronting the Nero Vodka for the summer campaign, and it's huge. It's huge. And they've said you are coming to the events, you are going to be coming to Spain, you will be coming to Marbella, you'll be involved in everything we do over here, because the way you're being an ambassador for premium vodka, a Nero vodka. I mean, it's vodka. It's not something that I'm usually touch on, but I've tried it, and it's. In fact, what I'll do, Kris, I'll send you a bottle over. I'll send you a bottle.
Nice,
over.
Yeah,
I'll send you a bottle over.
Definitely do.
It's the world's first sipping vodka. So,
Oh right, wow.
I don't want to talk about vodka too much on this channel, but you know what I mean. But
Any excuse for a drink, Zach? It's fine.
Yeah. So basically, when you take like you drink a vodka and you get that sort of horrible burn, and it's like, it's smooth, it's amazing.
Wow.
But it's potato based, it's so good. And I've tried it and I like it. But yeah, they're on board. They've sponsored it. I've been sponsored from local companies. The place where I said I get the carvery and the breakfast from, they rang last night when I finished the set last night. They said, "Would you like a curry? I've just made a curry. I'll send one down for you." So they sent a curry down and some beers. And even now, they're still supporting. I've got PGC, demolition firm over in Rochdale. I've got concrete companies, Creamy Crete. I've got Beehive contractors who are getting involved. I've got Dent Masters. I've got the list goes on and on and on and on. You know, and I think when on my screen. And I'm just checking out on my screen. I sort of show the logos of each company who are supported, because it's only fair. I've said to them,
of course it is,
donate, and I'll put your logo on. Just to get, you get something out, and I don't get nothing out of it. It goes for the charity, for the cause. They're putting their logos on. I went through today. I've got 86 logos, so 86 companies are all jumping on board with it, which is just.
That's impressive. That really it's impressive. The fact that you've given companies chance to support things as well, which is good. So just what you've done, you've not just been someone raising money and entertaining people, and also helping people who are in a worse position in the lockdown than what most people are, but you've also been a stepping stone for other people to support other people as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's kind of, what you've done is it's not just you playing songs behind your decks on the internet. There's a lot more to it, and it really is. It's impressive, and you should be really proud of yourself.
I really am, and everyone keeps saying to me through messages, I've got so much support. Somebody said the other day, the local community of Milrow Newhay, we need to start electing you to be the councillor. I'm like, what? What? So vote Zach next year, everybody.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the local community's on board. I am proud of what's happened, and I'm proud of just the fact that I've not. This is where I take credit for it in a lot of ways. I mean, yes, the people who got involved, they've donated. Those people who have made this happen for me. Because if nobody was watching, this wouldn't be happening. But the fact that I've had no producers, I've had no input, I've had no people setting my equipment up for me, I've had no contact. Basically, I've started this project, I've done it, run it, streamed it, all in 4 walls, isolated. Because I'm isolated, that is proof that I've done it all on my own. Yeah. And the fact that it's reached so many people, it's gone so wide and far. Yes, the viewers have been sharing it, which is fantastic. But it's all coming from here, which is like, I'm proud of that. I mean, my mum rang me and said, "Zach, you need to be, you not stop digging yourself down a bit. Give yourself a pat on the back. We're so proud of what you're doing."
Definitely.
My dad's just not a tech-savvy person at all. He's managed to get himself on Facebook to tune in every night. He rings up complaining every day because he's using all his data to watch it. So it's costing me £20 a day to watch it. But yeah, he's incredible. I am proud.
So Zach, in terms of a little bit of a future thing as well, like, can we expect to see an album or merchandise?
Well, I actually got a T-shirt printed yesterday, just the one, a Lockdown Live T-shirt, which I wore in the video. And everybody watching the video says, "I want a T-shirt, I want a T-shirt." So I made a little remark, I said, "Okay, yeah, it's Lockdown Live merchandise, will be available in all good retailers." And there was like, "Where can we get one? Where can we get one?" I'm like, "What?" But then an idea came from a viewer, one of my supporters. It was B Crabtree and Sons. They said to me, "Look, Zach, why don't we just do an album?" Because the music that I'm playing, it's a bit housey, it's a bit of everything. I've got to be careful what I play because a lot of the songs are from friends, other DJs who've given me permission to use them. So it's really upbeat. Everyone, no matter how old you are, everyone enjoys it. So I said, can we have some of this music? So I said, why don't you do an album, a Lockdown Live album? and get on. So that's going to come in the future. I think that won't be the charity side of things. That'll be probably what I'll be doing just for the lockdown time. Merchandise. Nice. I got a message this morning about a printing company. Somebody contacted you today on the stream and said, I know somebody who will do these for you. So yeah, I think they're going to print today the t-shirts, the merchandise. It's gone ballistic, Chris. It's
crazy. So I mean, in a way, you've created a brand.
Yeah, yeah.
You have created Lockdown Live.
That's it.
It's like the things you can do from this. It's like the world is your oyster.
Exactly. And that, when it comes to the end, when it's all over, the lockdown's over, then what happens? I mean, I've had somebody said I had a business, a venue in my town of Rochdale, contact and say, what about Lockdown Live? So we're going to take it on the road.
A tour.
Get a tour, yeah, tour. Let's go. You get a tour.
Yeah.
I don't know about a tour. We'll see how it thinks so. But I think I'd love to do a tour. That'd be good. But yeah, they've said, listen, the venue we've got, it's a big nightclub. The venue we've got, mate, that's yours. Do what you want with it.
Wow.
Because they know that the people will be there. The people who are streaming, they'll be there. So Lockdown Live is happening. I've got another chap who's got. This is where it gets mental. He owns land upon land upon land.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he's got fields and he's got sites and everything like that. And he messaged me and said, right, well, if you go online and look at what we did last year in another village, they did like a mini Glastonbury, where he basically sponsored it all, and he got in bands and singers, and he said, look, we're going to do what called a Zac Fest.
Zac Fest, love it.
I said, shut up. He said, no, we're going to get a big stage up. We'll go, you tell me when, we'll do it. We're full of it. It's brilliant what you're doing, and you deserve everything you get from the back of this, because I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not gaining anything out of this, financially or anything like that. I'm doing it just for this cause and to keep myself busy as well. But so when it's all done, when it's all over, when we're out of this time, we can start talking about doing Lockdown Live, doing a little mini festival. We can get albums and then plus on top of that, we've got all of the stuff over in Marbella and across the globe, the red carpet events
So I think you're going to be very busy in the very near future.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so busy now. I mean, I'm speaking to you now. My phone's ringing now. I've just got a telephone call with the Nero Vodka people in a second, just to chat about where we're going to go over the summer. I've got the radio interview tonight, and I'm just busy. But yeah, you know what? I'm at home. What else am I doing? I'm at home.
Well, yeah.
And I'm in my own house, so it's keeping me busy. I'm doing an interview, then we'll do the washing. But yeah, and I'm isolated, so what else can I do?
Well, I think you found a very good way to use your lockdown and use it to a good cause.
Absolutely, it's all for a good cause.
It's amazing.
It's all.
So, do you have time for one final question?
Of course I do. Yeah, go on. Check.
The golden question, Zach, the golden one, the one that we're all waiting for.
Hit me, Chris.
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again? 24 hours?
Well, yeah.
Would I do it again? Would I do it? Maybe no time soon. I need to rest. I mean, I'm not fully recovered yet.
No.
This Saturday, because I am finishing Sunday, so I want to get that pot up to 20. I mean, I've got it to 16. Why not 20?
Exactly. A nice round even number.
Round even number, £20,000 would be good. So we need about another £3,500. So Saturday, I was thinking like a 5 hour, 6 hour. I think I might do 12 hours on Friday. Oh, sorry, on Saturday. Might do 12 hours, just sort of trying to see what time would be best. I might change my mind, but people want it. They're the ones who are going to be supporting it. So I'd much push it. So I think 24 hours. Would I do it again? No time soon. But
no time soon.
Maybe if some,
never say never.
Never say never. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of charities out there. A lot of people who need help and support, even out of this. So if I do get approached, which I've been approached with so many charities and organisations now to do something like this. I think it might just take the edge off it though, second time round. It might just take the novelty away from it, that the fact we've done something. But it's like, why why fix something that's not broke? Why do it again? And then next time I'll be expecting to get this amount, and I might only do half of it. So I'll be a bit. But at the minute, I'm sort of on cloud nine with it. I'm so happy with it. It might be good to shelve it and say, yeah, but still keep going with it. It was just a bit of a marathon. I mean, marathons only happen once a year, don't they? So.
Of course, yeah, no, exactly. You're right.
So
lovely. Well, Zac, thank you very much for taking time out to come and have a chat. And again, what you've done is remarkable. And you definitely, the next thing you should do after this conversation is sit down with a cup of coffee and give yourself a massive pat on the back, and just take a little bit of time to yourself and just think, yeah, actually, what I've done is bloody amazing.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. It's just mind blowing. Like, I can't. The fact that I was on TV yesterday, the fact I'm on the radio, the fact I'm sat doing interviews in the morning, radio interviews from my front room, and the good thing is that we are, every single reporter in the country is having to do things from home.
Yeah.
So I've got all the tools to do that. So it's bizarre, but yeah, I'm very proud, and thanks for your support as well, Kris. And the podcast is I've listened to it. It's great. I've been tuning in, so yeah, people keep tuning into Kris's podcast because there are some interesting topics on there as well, which I'm really enjoying.
Trying to cover every angle, as many angles as I possibly can.
Yeah, it's something I'll be doing that as well. Hopefully soon, getting into. I mean, I'd love to get into radio. That has been my dream to do radio at one point. So if something comes of this to radio, I've had radio stations involved with this. So
Lockdown FM.
Yeah, yeah, but I'd love to. That's where I want to be. I've done everything I want to do possibly with the DJ side of things, the live shows, the touring, the traveling the world, the upfront entertainment, jumping around, the mobile stuff. And next, I'd love to be into radio. So that's sort of where I want to take it.
Onwards and upwards, Zac. That's what it is.
Thank you, mate.
Onwards and upwards. It's the next step on the ladder. You can only go up.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's fingers crossed, eh?
Indeed. Well, Zac, it's been lovely speaking with you and catching up because it has been a long time. Let's be honest, it's been too long.
How many years is that now? 10? We've now turned 20.
It's approaching, I would say, probably
No.
I dread to think.
9 years, mate.
9 years.
2011, I last saw you. I've seen you before then, but yeah.
Well, ironically enough, right, I don't know if I actually mentioned this to you, but we both went on holiday to the same place at the same time.
Yes, I remember you texted me. It was
bizarre.
Yeah, you said, are you in Portugal? A guy's walked past me, it's like a double of you. I was like,
Jesus.
Yeah, mate, where are you? He's like, yeah, I'm in my room now. I'm like, what? He was actually there in the square, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
In the Algarve in Portugal, yeah, I was there with my family.
Mental.
But yeah, you texted me and said that. I'm in Portugal.
I've just seen you.
I'm sure I've seen somebody. If it's not you, you've got like a double. And yeah, it was you. It was me.
Brilliant. Well, Zac, enjoy the rest of your day, and don't get too stressed out with all this media attention. And you'll be getting limousines picking you up next.
We'll see, but yeah, I'm just grabbing it with both hands and making the most of it while I can. Because at the end of the day, it's all for a good cause. Keep donating, and those people who are listening, come and check us out. It's on my live stream. You can go to Lockdown Live, all in capital letters on the Facebook, and all the streams are on there. Get tuned in, come and donate with us. When this is over on Sunday, I'll take a nice big breather and I'll be back on. And just until the end of the lockdown, I'll be on every night, just keeping everyone entertained, bringing some smiles and positivity out of the negativity. So,
indeed.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kris.
Awesome. Well, Zac, look after yourself.
You too, mate.
Take care, and I will speak with you very soon. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, and yourself.
I'll speak with you soon, Zac. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Well, I think it's safe to say Zac is doing an incredible job at raising funds to help his community, and just how much he has achieved really is. It just goes to show that you don't have to be miserable and sad by being locked inside. If you want to put a smile back on your face, and if you want to have a bit of a good time, then tune into Zac's live feeds, because honestly, what I said about my studio last night rocking, I wasn't lying. I had it turned up loud, the lights off, and it was just like I was there. It was amazing. So once again, Zac, thank you very much, and a massive well done for everything you have achieved. And I do wish you all the best of luck for the future, because I have no doubt, I think you are going to get some good response from this, and you are going to have a very good career and future from this. So don't forget, go and keep checking Zac's page, and if you can give some money, then give some money. If you can't, then just the fact you are there supporting him and joining in the fun and having a dance, I'm sure will mean as much to Zac as a bit of money in the funds. So that is about all from me for today. Join me again very soon for another lockdown podcast, where I will be speaking to yet another guest. And I will say once again, do get in touch with me if you want to appear on this podcast and if you want to have a chat and tell me about what is going on for you. How are you finding things? What are you doing? Or if there's somebody you know who has done something or is doing something that you might want them to have a chat, or I can get in contact with them. It doesn't matter. I want to get as many people as I possibly can to document what has been going on during this time. So thanks for listening. Tune in again next time. And in the meantime, keep looking after yourself, keep staying safe, and most importantly, keep washing your hands. I will speak with you very, very soon.